Hello everybody. Another day, another week, I must say. And some more developments. We are reaching the end of the Twankra.com development. And I have to walk you through some changes I've made last Friday. And also yesterday I also made a couple of changes. I think most changes happened inside of the performance corner. So I run some lighthouse tests. And if we have a look at my to-do list, so everything that's left before launch is we are going to look at the GitHub comments, the commits. So you know everything I did over, Friday and yesterday. We are going to replace the image tags with picture tags, so we can support set image width and height. So basically Lighthouse whines if you just set an image tag and be like, okay, the image is in there. I even made it WebP, but they still say, okay, set image width and heights to prevent content shifting. It's a big deal for Google. I'm willing to fix it. I only need to look at, okay, what values did I set in Tailwind, calculate it to pixels, and then update the image element to picture with the sources, which are like, okay, so on this min width, the image needs to be this height and this width. Could be a little fiddly now that I think of it with grid layouts. But hey, we'll have to take a look. We are also going to update the card component for the blog, because if we go to the blog, I don't like the text over the image here. I think it looks a bit messy, while on the homepage I think it looks fine. So what I want to do is create a variant for the cards and say, okay, place the image on top, and then we have a little section beneath it showing the text and the summary. This works. So what did I do? Do I want to show the code as well? Yes, so let's get rid of this screen. February 18 was Friday, right? Yeah. So update the styles and edit block templates. This is what we did last Thursday. So let's see. This is everything. This isn't a commit I did on Friday. Rather, well, did I do anything on Friday? Let's see. Let's open a blog article. Well, yeah, I did change a couple of margins, but nothing too spectacular. I mean, it looks great, especially the code blocks. I think it looks awesome. Hello, are we going to switch pages, or are we going to get stuck in this loading state? What's the matter, babe? So get. Okay, so just a little small buggy. Yeah. It looks amazing. I think it looks pretty cool. I didn't enable text wrapping, because that looks quite odd. It would wrap this text inside of the rel instead of putting it on the next line of code. Oh well, small price to pay. So let's see. Implemented block share links. So if we go into this commit, the only thing I did was get the request URL from the loader and then update these buttons. So if I now click on Twitter, it will go to Twitter and it will ask me, do you want to share it? It has the title and it has the link. Basically the same for LinkedIn and for email. So what email does is updates the subject and it says, okay, in the body of the email show the link to my article, which you can see here. And of course we encode the URI component, because hey, it needs to be escaped as well. Or it doesn't need to, it needs to be encoded, all the spaces and all the special characters. Updated SEO, yeah. So there were quite a couple of SEO changes, because I haven't thought of that during the initial stage of development. But of course, you need to add the Twitter tags, the OG, the Open Graph tags. Also, I've added the SEO tags for, or what happens if you go to a post that doesn't have any content. Well, then no post found is going to be returned. This has changed just a little bit because it's here for safety. If for some reason my server still thinks, oh, I'm going to render the page. But I also made a 404 page and I set up a rule inside Notion, inside my Notion integration, that if there's no post ID found, we'll return error message. And then if this page encounters an error message, it will show a 404 page. So yeah, so we updated the index of the blog. We also uploaded an Open Graph image, just a simple one. It's clean, but it's simple enough. Let's see. We styled the load more button on the blog, which was just a simple line of text the last time we had to look at it. Now if you load more, it says loading and it loads the blocks, and it's disabled so I can't overfetch. So we set a fixed width because I wanted to have loading not affect the width of the button, which otherwise was the case. So we added some rules for that. We added a disabled state just so that people can't overfetch. If they button smash the load more button, it wouldn't break my page because it just fetch once, goes in the loading state, and then if another fetch available, you can click on it again only once. Then you can mesh it all you want, but it's not going to affect the loader. Add reading time to post. So this was a fun one. So if we now go to a post, so let's go to this test blog article. You can see that it says 5 minutes reading time. I didn't work on this too long because it was pretty clear to me, like, all this text is coming from an API with different inside of an array, inside of an objects, inside of nested, inside of arrays, inside of a nested object, etc., etc., etc. So I couldn't do something like, okay, fetch me the Notion API content, extract all the text, and then shit out a value, and then I can calculate the average words per minute a person reads, and then we get to the number value. So if I go to Notion, you'll have a better idea of what I did. Notion, and this is exactly why I don't use Notion for notes anymore, because it takes so long to load. Basically what I did was I added an extra column words, which is basically just the word count. And how to get to is, you can see word count 11 on 39. I just took that. I couldn't automate that part, but oh well. It's just a small extra step when I upload a blog post. Even if I forget it, it will just not show the reading time. I mean, eventually I will notice it and I will update the word count. It's just a nice utility for the readers. Nothing crazy. So basically what we do is we get the words count, so that column, from the API. We shit it out inside of the post page. And then what we do is, if it doesn't have any words, we just return null. So we don't render anything instead of this. Let me highlight it for you. But if this is, we have the word count, we have the words per minute. So we do the word count divided by the words per minute, and we round that up. So in this case, reading this whole damn thing will take an average of 5 minutes for most people. And then if you go to like this blog post, which is much shorter. Oh no, it wasn't the one I intended to show you. This one, see, this is relatively short. It still contains a couple of paragraphs. It will probably take the average person around 3 minutes, which to me seems like a bit much, but hey, that's the average of any person in the world. I mean, the average is like between 200 and 250, so I took 225. Which also seems like most words per minute plugins use that value. Then, let's see. Fix responsive cover image. Yeah, so that's this one. It was a bit tall on mobile, so I reduced the height of it. Now it looks way cleaner. Even so, that I might make it a tiny bit, give it a tiny bit less height. Is that even English? Let's see if that works. Let's see if we can align that Notion image to be displayed a bit better. So let's see, we have an age of 34. Let's see what happens if we do 36. That will probably stretch it even more, right? Yeah, so we probably have to go down like, what do we have? Like age 24, we have age 44, I know from the top of my head. What happens if we do 44? Ooh, that's small. So we have 64, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's why I use this value. So let's say if we can do like 36 REM. Let's do 30. I mean, we do have one page 128, right? Oh, this is actually pretty good. Well, this looks nice as well. It's a bit bigger, but if it works, right? Let's see how it works on another blog. Oof. That doesn't look all that great. Let's refer it to 30. Better. Better. Let's load some more blocks. Let's see this one. Sometimes it takes me 2 clicks and I'm kind of worried that this will also happen in production. But hey, we have to wait. Let's increase it just a little more. What was it? It was like 34, so let's scrape off 2. A bit better. Now, will this still render normally? Yep, it does. Okay, so let's stick it to 32. Okay, so we fixed that yesterday. We implement a mobile just a very simple mobile navigation. So as you can see, if you look at this, like the header, you'll see, oh, actually, let me inspect this again and stick it to the bottom, not the side one, the bottom. So if we move this down enough, it goes to medium, where we can still show every link. And then once this button changes into open menu, and then of course you can open the menu, you can choose a page or you can close the menu. So let's say we want to go to the, I don't know, contact page. It loads the contact page, shows the footer. We can go to projects. I don't know, we can go to the blog, which is now loading, which takes an awful long time. I'm still kind of on the fence about, I'm reading up a lot on caching with Remix, because some pages just take an awful time to load due to the Notion integration. This was actually something I preferred in Next.js, which took care of the static site generation. So basically, you would just fetch your block data, it will render a static page to the users. We can still do that, but it will require some extra steps. I will not do that today, but that will probably be the first thing that I update once the site is live. Look into more caching options. Maybe we'll use a CDN. I don't know. Probably is something you need to figure out before you deploy the actual thing. But hey, it's only my personal site. I don't expect thousands of readers on my blog the first couple of months. So I can experiment a bit with it. I'd rather have something up online which replaces this boring website I have right now. But which is way faster at the moment. Oh well. Or is it way faster? The blog is a bit faster. But hey, maybe once we deploy it, the cache rules will take over. Because, mind you, this is you're always looking at the dev build at the moment. I haven't built the actual thing, so it doesn't utilize a lot of nice goodies we have once we built the entire thing, including the whole CSS optimization from Tailwind, which brings down the bundle size a bit. And also the JavaScript bundle will get downside a lot. Let's see. Oh, we added a custom 404 page. So if we go to... Well, this is nice. I've added a custom 404 page which for some reason isn't working. Always nice. What the fuck? Oh, let me open the code. What is it complaining about? Cannot read reading current. Ah, shit. This has to do with something I've added later than the 404 page. Do I need to include the... Probably have to include it as in here as well. Which doesn't make any freaking sense, but hey. Alert options is not defined. Okay, then let's fuck off to the top of this. Yep, and now it's there. Okay, and why is that? This doesn't make any freaking... Oh, because we have the footer. Yep, we actually need to include it in the error boundary because this renders the error boundary. Okay, nice. We fixed a little buggy. Glad we went over it on stream. So basically, okay, let's... I've cursed cat 44 not found. Take me home. That's everything I implemented. So for that, we actually had to include an error boundary, which I think is quite nice because it gives you a lot of control on what you will render once an error occurs. So I will always show the code status and the status text, and for 404 I just made an exception. So if it's 404, then we can render the message. This is not the page you're looking for. Let's end that with a dot, and let's push this as small fixes. Let's get push this bitch. Okay. Oh no. God damn it. Did I do anything else? Nope. This is if. Oh yeah. Okay. So if we go to the slug, you see that okay. This is the slug of the blog page. If post has an error, which we defined inside of the notion. So if we have get no results back from a slug, meaning the blog doesn't exist for that slug, we'll say okay, we don't return any page error, don't return any blocks. Instead, we return an error page doesn't exist, which we catch here. So in the loader of the slug, if post has an error, we throw a new response 404 instead of going ahead with the rendering. Oh shit, I pushed one route that shouldn't be in there. Okay. This one doesn't do anything, so let's delete it. Remove unused template. Unused 404 template. Okay, we can push that later. It isn't all that interesting. Okay, and then finally we did some lighthouse improvements. This is a big-ish commit, but basically what I did was replace all these images with a more modern format. Instead of PNGs, they are now all WebP, which comes with some additional performance gains and mostly a way better lighthouse score. But let's see. So we also added alerts, which is I think the main part of this feature. So basically, whenever someone goes to my contact page, I give them option. Okay, so you can either open your email or you can copy my email to your clipboard. And before, if someone clicked on copy to clipboard, nothing happened. They wouldn't get a message. It was copied to clipboard without any feedback to the user. Now if you do it, you will get a little alert. My email has been copied to your clipboard. I can go in here and I can say, okay, it's 1@yards.nl. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Well, the integration wasn't really. It was a bit more difficult than just importing a library. I did import a library for it. Okay, so for Senior Wooly, a project I worked on, I built the entire alert system on my own. So I did my own MA. It's quite easy once you have like whole state management set up. It's quite easy to implement an alert system. For this project, it was a bit cumbersome. I needed to set up context, which I don't need at all. So I decided on, okay, I will just import a hook for this. It is not that big. It's a little bit of a concession. Well, maybe not. I think it saves me a lot of time, and it does what it does really well without costing me that much performance. Actually, I don't think it cost me anything at all. I think it even gained me some depth, some technical depth. So basically, we created a small component which is rendered. So if I do this is the component you see right here. Actually learned some more about TypeScript and function components. Actually, if it brought me anything using this small package, it was how to work with packages and types. Because as you can see, alert component props with styles, which I needed for here. Basically the first version I did, okay, type props is style is React style props and message is string, close string, until I figured out that, okay, that wasn't working. Why wasn't it working? Because I needed to import the props from the actual component. And in order to do that, it also needed to be a functional component. So I couldn't use the export default function, no, and needed to use const. Oh well, I did it. So then I implement it into the footer, and it works pretty much like any hook. You define it, use alert, and then you can do alert show pop after the copying to clipboard has been completed. Here we do a bunch of WebP. So for the logo, I already set the height and width because it never changes if it's mobile or if it's desktop. It always stays H12 W12, which equals 84 pixels. Then we updated. We also updated the favicons and the whole icon package. So then again, some lighthouse changes. We set the default options for the copy to clipboard. So we say it's bottom center. See, it's bottom center. It stays on the screen for 5 seconds. The offset is 5 pixels, so it's 16 pixels. It's a bit much, but I don't expect people to spam the copy to clipboard. And I don't think it looks that awful. I'm just not feeling like fixing the space between the thingies. Type success, which isn't really needed because we don't use any types, but it's nice to include it in there as well. Transition, you have fade or you have scale. I prefer fade because scale was a little bit too much. Then we add it as a higher order component. I also added a robot text. I wanted to include a sitemap, but I looked at the code for including a sitemap and it was a bit too difficult. Or I don't know. I just didn't feel like going through all the code for something as simple as a sitemap, because that would require me to fetch all my posts included inside of the sitemap. Not worth it. I want good SEO, yes, but I think the Google is way smarter than only looking at the sitemap. It would be a nice to have, but that's probably something I will implement once there's better documentation on including a sitemap for remakes. Now it's just Kenzie Dot has a his blog is open, so you can have a look at this code, but it's so cumbersome. And I couldn't just like copy paste it, which is always ideal. I just had to make too many changes. It would be really like a time sink for me. Okay, so we look at the GitHub links and what I worked on. So now we are going to work on setting the image height. So we have these images on the homepage. And then, of course, we have the blog page. And that's about it. So let's work on the index.js. Or let's just git push the small fixes so we can have a clean slate. Let's work on the routes, the index one. Okay, so basically what we're going to do... Hey, ¿qué pasa? Oh, this is the featured projects, featured list item. Okay, so here we have an image, and we are going to change that to... So, width 28, a medium width 24. So, we are going to update this to a picture element, which has a source. And how I'm exactly going to do that, did I... Hey, that's odd. I thought I included an image for this. Okay, never mind then. We are just going to picture element HTML5. We're just going to have a look at the spec, just to make sure that we aren't missing anything. Yeah, there it is. There it is. So we can pretty much use the same source. Source set. Okay, so we need source set. And we can say this is just logo URL. And we actually, since we know that we have these two values, we only need two. We are not going to dabble with... Okay, so I need to get object cover, but that can be on the picture element if I'm not mistaken. And we can also add a... Do we need to... Okay, so we can do this. So we basically can do an image with a source. And we can do an alt. And then this is source and this source set. Based on size. So yeah, so image is basically like a switch statement. This is the default and this is the switch. Okay. So can we set a class name on the picture? Maybe we have to set it on the... Use this property on the child element. Okay, so it basically says to me, yo, use this on this. The picture element is just like, it will swap out the sources. Let's see. We probably have to take a little oopsie-looksy at Tailwind. And we probably also have to set a height. So let me figure out what I'm going to do. So 25 will be great. 25 will be good. So what happens? Let's just revert this for just a second. Or let's just copy paste it just so we don't get rid of it. And let's just refer to the original thing. What if I set an age of like, I don't know, 25 pixels? We'll figure it out. What, or like 16, so that's 8. Let's just say, let's give it a height of 8. What will happen with the actual design? Nothing, and now it has a explicit height, right? Yes. Okay, that's great. Which means that we can get rid of this. Now we go to the breakpoints. Responsive design, breakpoints. And we can see that, let's go to here. Medium is like minimum width of this. And you can say width is, and height is. So what's going to be the width? So we know that 28 is like 112 pixels. So let's go to here. Let's go to here. So the height is always going to be 32 pixels. Let's define it here as well. I don't know if we need it, but let's just to be sure. So this is 112. And then for medium up, it's going to be 96. Let's see what that does for the image. (112.32) min width. I think this is it. I'm actually not sure. Yada yada yada, yada yada. So we have an image, source set, source sizes. Yeah, but I just want to use a picture element, right? Okay, so art direction. Let's fix this. Picture like video picture elements. A web container. Several source elements that provide different source choose from, followed by the image tag element. The code which looks like this. So max width is this. It's going to contain that. But can you provide a source? Can you provide a width and height to a source? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I have to include that inside of the media thingy. The site has an effect only when the source element is the right child of a picture element. Oh well, give me this. Let's see. Okay, so I only have to set it on like the image tag then? Let's just see if Lighthouse complains like at all about this. Let's open this page in like a private window. Let's inspect it. Let's run Lighthouse. Roadhouse. Lighthouse. Okay, almost there. Lighthouse now generated report. Performance is 91, and that's because image does not have explicit width and height. Okay, so it doesn't give a flying fuck about these images where only the image has a width and height. But now I'm kind of scared that this is... Okay, so basically, if I make this like 200 pixels, will it screw it up? No, it will not. No, it will definitely not. It will just present layout shifts, which is nice. So if I get close to that, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so let's continue working on this version, since it runs inside of a private browser. Okay, so now we only have to worry about the about. So let's look for the image tag here, which we know is like, so let's say we use a, well, then in that case we can just use, oh, then we also can go to the feature list and we can say, okay, well, this was a pretty good experience, but get the fuck out, because this is just fine if we are not going to be worried about loading in responsive images. So then I can say width is like, what's the width here? Ooh, the width is dynamically set, so it's like 338. That's not always going to be it, right? Yeah, but this is just going to be like responsive as fuck. Why are you? Fuck. You know what? Let's just take the. Let's just take these ones and say height is like. Oh. Like 240. Oh, nice. That's exactly not the image. This 348 and 425. Cool. And now we have the writing section. So we go to card. Number of an image, and then we have width, which was the 48 pixels, and then we had a height of like, what was it again? 240 pixels. And then we can run a Lighthouse again, and then it will probably not complain at all anymore. I mean, the final performance gains will come from deploying the thing and building the actual thing, because now the JS and the CSS is pretty darn high. Okay, so we prevented layouts shifting. Yeah, the service workers can suck my dolo. Okay, so that's nice. I mean, I'm still a bit on the fence about setting the actual width and heights, because how does it scale now? Is it actually going to screw things up? Image-wise, no, it's fine. It's not even low res. Okay. And how's the lighthouse score if we do like desktop? Did we forget anything? Again, we'll get a little bit accessibility. What's wrong? List items. List do not contain only script supporting elements. What? Lists do not contain only LE elements and script supporting elements. What? That's not even English. English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? Am I retarded? Oh, fuck me. Yeah, right. So, can we be a little cheeky and just do like this? Okay. So now we have menu open. We can place this all inside of like a template string. And then we can place this inside of a JavaScript thingy. And then we can place the whole entire thing in the container. Oh no, that doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because now we have block and we have MD block and we probably need... we can remove the flex from here and we can say flex. And then flex here. Are we good? We are not good at all. And how come? MD flex. MD item center fixed. Let's see if mobile works. Mobile works well. We only have a little issue on desktop at the moment, which is not all that bad, but we need to fix it. And why is that? So we have flex, and otherwise we say this menu open and MD flex. That's right. So why are you complaining? Flex row. Will be fixed if I just do like justify content and yeah. And now it will be fixed and it will be responsive. Right? Right. Okay, cool. So that probably will now be like gone. So if I run this again on desktop, the accessibility will be 100 as well. That's nice. Let me tweet that, because it's always... Is this right? Did I spell this right? Ah, shit. I misspelled it. Fuck. Elon Musk added you to their list. Nice. All those damn crypto accounts, man. Cool. So. Bam. Okay, nice. Buddy has a new job, right? Let's see. So, this is Lighthouse. So, basically, we have a great Lighthouse score. Where is my editor? Because we need to fix the block page. Which basically uses the card component, so we don't. These already have an explicit height right now. Give me the diff. Yep. So we don't need to fix any of this here, so we can go straight to slug. And then we go here, we can say image 1076 by 512. $76, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. My height of 512 pixels. And then we have to go into blocks, because as you know, we run everything as blocks, and these also need a $712. Yeah, so this can. I'm not going to set it here, only for the header image to prevent layout shift. What's the console complaining about? Yeah, about Google, guys. Cool. So let's look at the lists. So we set an image width and height. We did that and we fixed our Lighthouse scores. Update card component for blog. Okay, let's do that. Update card component for blog. So we are already on the good page. We basically need to say, okay, so we have the blog index. And for that we have the set posts, random post, we do card. So let's open this one as well. Let's do this, let's do this, let's open it side by side for a second. Yeah, this is fine. So this is the card component, this is the block component. This is just a tiny bit on my end. Wouldn't affect your end, so don't worry. Let's first. Okay, so we did this, we did this, we did this, we did this, we did this. So Lighthouse image with image sizes, Lighthouse content shift, resolve content shift, and lists much it. Now let's just say push and run the server again, and we should be good. So, okay, right now I forgot to enable toggle. Let's set toggle to say okay. Website. We started at 2 o'clock, so we are already an hour in. Time flies when you're having fun. I want to change this up a bit. So render card content, external link. Okay, so we are going to do this a bit differently. But how? But how? But how? Okay, let's start off with the obvious. So we need a variant, which is a question mark, which can either be like how would we call this variant? What would we call this variant? Like, we can do something like background image as background or as block card. Yeah, we can do that. We can do like blog. Let's just say variant blog or undefined. Can it be undefined? Let's just say it needs to be like a string called blog. Okay, so if we go inside here, we can say variant is blog. We can use an enum for this, but it's just a single value, which I'm going to change. If I actually was to, we could create an enum. No, let's just stick to it this way. Let's just do it this way. Because right here we now have, okay, so it's block or undefined. Actually, let's be explicit about this. It's fine. So now we can do like variant, which is optional. So this is going to be a freaking function, baby. So now we are going to say if variant is equal to blog, return something entirely else. We are still going to return an article. We are still going to do something with this, and we are still going to do something with this. Let's see how this looks. Hello? Oh, I'm doing something wrong. It needs to be here. Or it needs to be here. Now we'll probably have to reload this. And we get to what we want, which is great. So we can be like, we can give it like a div. And we can say like class name is P4. P4 needs to have a little dash in the middle. That looks good. And then we can say, why is this not displaying the way I want? Oh, because it's a h full, width full. I can still probably do. Okay, so now it looks like this. And this will look like this. So I can probably say to this like, what happens if I give this a height of 24? It's rather small, right? So let's say I want to give this a height of 54. How big would that be? And okay, so why is it complaining that it cannot grow any bigger than this? because I probably have to include it inside of a div, which is actually a bit easier. I can do it inside of span, but actually the div will control the height. So we can say class name is like, I want to give this a height of 54, just to make sure that it's nice and big. And now this is... So I'm confused. Why doesn't this article want to grow any bigger? Card styles. That's because I gave the card styles a absolute height, which is no bueno. So let's remove that from here and see what we got. Yeah, see, this is what we want. This is what we want. Yeah, so we can say we can still move this to the yeah, let's just make this a template string. Let's move to the front. Let's include if variant is equal to block. Let's render nothing, otherwise let's do this. And now this works, and if we go to the home page, this works as well. Let's just make it a bit bigger. I can work on this scale as well. I don't need this anymore. Okay, so let's go back to this page. So why is this complaining? So we have an age of 54, but then this doesn't want to grow. But I want to cover it, so tell me why. Is this because of this? No. H4 W4. I don't want to contain the image. Why can't you just grow like... Why are you... Okay, so if I do like H12, which is tiny, it will overflow. That's interesting. That's probably because I set like the image, right? So it says 348. I don't want to set instance height for it. Let's just grab a height. So like 20 will be like 163. Say like H50. Let's go for H, which is hello. Why aren't you? H54 doesn't fucking exist. That's why. (208 pixels). Why can't you just freaking work? Is this why? Yeah, that was why. Fuck. Okay, But now we have the issue that if this goes to a separate line, it will get screwed up. And you will get different heights, which is no bueno. And that's probably why we want to set like a max or a minimum height, which we say here. So we probably want to say, instead of, let's give it an age of 80. Which is still a bit small. What's the biggest? It's 96. Okay, that's too big. Let's pick a smaller number. Needs to fit right. This is here. Well, why is this so damn? So we have an article. The article is this. Then for some freaking reason it decides to push down the image. And then not make this image bigger, and then because do items end? Of course. I don't need to flex this. See, I don't need to flex this. I could flex it for everything, right? Okay, cool. See, this fixes it. Okay. So then I also want to have a little margin beneath the text, and I also want to make it a bit bigger. 6 was the next big thing, right? That's just 2. So what's in between that? 24. So we jump for 20. So let's say 22 RAM. Bit bigger, not too big. And let's say this is from medium on. Otherwise, I can just grow infinitely if it's up to me. Because it's all in one. Yeah, exactly. Now it's still 2. What happens? It's just so it needs to be 21. I'm fine with that. No, I don't want that. I think it looks fine. Some things look a bit odd, but hey, it's something. They want to give this a little border or something. Do I want to align it to the bottom? Do I want to align the center? Do I want to change anything? I might want to decrease the margin we have here. So let's see. I do think we have a 1.5, which we do. Maybe we want to just leave it at 1. Yeah, leave it at 1. Just a little margin, not too much. Okay, cool. So this is fixed. If I now go to the home page, this looks nice. And that's pretty much the only thing we have here. Now I'm going to make one final change to Notion, because now I thought of it, and which is page size. So I'm going to set page size to like 12. I think we can fetch 12 posts. Which will mean that we no longer have the load more button, but we know it works. But now we can just go like next page, and render in 12 posts. Or maybe I'll do like 6 or 9. I think 9's better. Then we have 3 rows, which makes it a bit more clear what we're rendering. So let's go to tick. And be like, update card component for block. Yep. Now we have to write. Okay, add all blog posts. I'm just going to do that tomorrow morning. Test on Safari, Mac, iPhone, iPad. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. Final Lighthouse optimizations. We already did that today. Not really by accident, but a little bit by accident. Write final copy. I'm going to do that off stream as well. Because it isn't really fun to watch. So let's say, is there anything actually in the after launch thing that I might want to add right now? So we have this add is live or next schedule stream to header. I don't want to do that. What I do want to do is implement caching before live. I haven't. Yep. Caching at describes the footer block. I don't want to do that. Add character. I don't want to do that from launch. I want to add full page transitions, but I am not going to do that right now. Oliver's YouTube. This is just a small enhancement, but I don't include any videos other than YouTube on my blog, so for now it's fine. Improves lists, element styling. This was something that came back from Lighthouse. I can approve it because Notion doesn't want to freaking wrap their list items inside of an order list or list. It boggles my mind, even until this day, but they don't want to do it. Do we want Lighthouse for the post images? I don't know. Make new photo for profile and what I love section. I've actually changed a bit. Oh, yeah, actually I changed a bit since this picture. I think this picture was taken. When was it? I can't wait. Just give me a second. Give me a second, guys. So when was this picture taken? Let's see. Albums. Progress. This picture was taken the 26th of May 2021. My weight was Yeah, it probably is around. I was 12 kilos heavier here. Still need 10 kilos. And still need to shred 10 kilos. Define 10 kilos. But hey, we're on track. We are on track. Let's see. What are we going to work on stream right now? Let's do some upper plant development. So let's change this. Let's go to upper plant. Let's push the changes. Let's review them really quick. So we have to update it. So we added this. We added a variant. TypeScript isn't complaining. We changed it into a function. Then we have Notion where we said, okay, so we're going to load in more blog posts. And we added a variant for only that page. Do we need it anywhere else? No. Edit blog. Edit variant blog part component. Yeah. That's this way. Load in more increased initial blog posts. Page size. Increased blog posts. Fetch from 3 to 9. Into stages, of course. We can push it. And it's done. So it's now 15. Cool. So did I hear? Cool. Good evening, Twan. How was the day? It's going great. I mean, my site's almost done. We have a couple of more. Let's see. Is it still running? I don't think it's still running. But hey, I can tell you what happened. Basically, we only have to write the final copy, add all the blog posts, do a final testing, and then go live. And maybe implement caching, but that's something I'm still a little bit on the fence about. I've completed Flexbox, and right now I'm about to start JS. Nice, my man, my dude. How did Flexbox go? Did you understand it? Is there anything you would like me to explain? Happy to go over it, because I'm way ahead of schedule. I thought I was going to spend the afternoon doing all kinds of optimizations, but I just sped through it in like an hour. So let's see. Let's open my terminal, because I want to work on upper plants. Shit. We don't use npm. Use yarn. Def. I didn't understand it, but implementation still left because I studied at the office today, but because I can't use VS Code. Now I'm going to apply it. Alright, so what are you working on any projects like landing pages which I sent you, or just some fiddles with diffs and images. Yes, I'm working on an e-commerce landing page for now. Nice. One from the examples I sent you, or just some random template? Let's see, what do we want to do? Let's first set a timer for upper plans, development. Let's see. Let's open TickTick. Let's go to upper plans. Let's see what I... This one. Why are you not? Oh, because one's a private browser, the other one is not. So, learn more about Web3. We want to update the index. It's an Indian brand, but I'm gonna implement my days to customize it. Nice. Yeah, that's a great idea. Just get some hands-on experience with authoring templates. But you're doing that, so that's great. Okay, I have to switch from like Tailwind to Chakra and Mental Model. Changed. Okay, cool. Next.js, no remix. Chakra, no Tailwind. Cool. So we have components and we have props and we have text and we don't have H1s and cool. So header line 1. So site config. So we're probably going to do that. It's time to explore Web 3. Oh, it's basically already here. And then we can escape this. And then we can do like this. Escape this. Then we need to refresh this. Or are this all constants and do I need to reload the server? That's a possibility as well. Hello? Yeah, I probably have to reload this. Oh. Oh, god damn it, Sven. Now it has to H1. So what I can do better is like grab this and do like this. I have to study now and also have the dinner talk tomorrow. Sorry for being short of stream right now, but I'm in the phase of live and emails. Live will change the ones more connecting to the community. I have a lot of ideas, but right now I want to get a remote job this year. High priority. Have a nice day. Yeah, you do you, my man. Good luck on your journey. Of course, I totally understand it. Your life is more important than spending time here on stream, which I totally understand. Why is this so incredibly slow? Okay. Semantics are all over the place, but we can pretty much do something like this, right? No, we need a box for that. Okay, fine. Margin top. And we have box. Box size. Why do we need a box size of 100? Okay, cool. Yeah, better. Cool, now let's move on to the rest of this code to see. Okay, learn. This needs to be H. We have to fix quite some semantics. So for some context for people who are watching, I've been away from this project for like 1 quarter, maybe a little bit longer. Maybe half a year. Yeah, I think it's probably more like half a year. So some other people worked on this and who are primarily not developers, which isn't of course the big disclaimer is the problem at all, but I will go through this project and fix some of the semantics just because I'm like that. I don't know. If I change the file, I will go through the file, see if I can improve anything, remove some divs, just to clean up the code a little. It's part of maintenance. And we'll also see if we can like update Chakra, now that I think of it. Update a package. Yarn upgrades. Dee, 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 dee. Can I do something like this? Let's just update anything. I think it will be fine, and maybe we'll run into some issues, but hey, why not just update to the latest packages while we're at it? While we'll start a new cycle of development. I'll rather update things now than later. Maybe we get some deprecation issues. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We can always revert. So now I'm curious, why did 1.85 Okay, cool, so this works. No issues at all. We can go back. Cool. Let's just test it out a bit. Do the text still work? So we're having a little problem with the basic nation, which isn't all that bad. I'll just have to figure out why it's not working. Which is fine, just give me like the NFT spaces to see if this also fails, because if this also fails, we'll probably have to do a little digging. Yeah. Type error. Is this implemented yet? But what's the matter, babe? Maybe we have to restart the server. Results next cursor is false. So we get the post by slug. But why does it try to get the post by slug? Shouldn't be like the case, right? So use page ignited filter. Get key. Ah, this is probably the issue, right? Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm not going to be bothered about that too much. I just want to make sure that we... that we get everything right. So let's see if we've used it in more places. Yeah, so to get it as well. This page. So if we now open DeFi, it will probably be not an issue, and it would just load now. Yep. Yep. Okay, cool. Ooh. DeFi works. Okay, so we can try and push this to see if we get any breaking changes. But let's just click around just a teeny bit more. Just so we can get... Oh, I need to update my stream information, by the way. Cool. Updated the stream information. This works. Oh, I'm getting a call. Just give me a second. Hey. Always make time for family calls. Just kept it a bit short. Okay, so we updated that. Now, do we have any other things we need to have a look at? I'm just like a bit confused at why everything is the same. This was just duplicated by someone. Why use basic native filter and just not just use basic because it needs more parameters? I can get behind that, but then maybe we can just like extract everything at the bottom. Oh well, let's just not optimize it at the no, right now. I don't know. It's not worth it. But I'm a... Okay, let's finish cleaning up the homepage. And then we can move on to do a test deploy to see if everything still builds while we have updated everything to the latest versions. And we'll take it from there. So we have a box which inside there's an image, which are these small ones. Which are responsive. Nice. So we have an image with an heading, which can be H2s. It does need to be H4 because that doesn't make any sense. So we have this and we have this. So this will not change anything about styling only. So this is an unordered list with a margin of 6. List item which has a link and arrow forward. 6. Yeah. So that's great. This can get rid of this. Then we have tags. Then we can have to define. Let's just clean this up a bit. Does this need to be in a box? Yes, this does need to be in a box. Does it need to be in a box? Right. Okay, so then we have all the tags, which are here. Then we have another divider, and then we go into listing. Then we have a button, view all, which has a link URL. And then we have a title, welcome to the world of DAOs. Listing for DAOs, view all, books, listing, books. Box depths. So then we are at depth store, then we go to the jobs, then we have jobs, and then we have a little footer. Fine. So box as footer, just space between. Space this out just a little bit. I know this is not something you want to do with your Git history, but I don't care. We'll do better. So indeed you do pass href, you do about. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh. Shit. Hey, then. That's the problem. This works. Okay, so now we can deploy this biatch. So we updated icon, we updated React, we updated Inter. Cool. ESLint, and yeah, it's all fine. So we can stage this, stage this, stage this, stage this. We can stage this. Stage this. And we can stage this. And then we can do commit like updated home title and upgraded packages. Upgraded. Cool. Now we are going to git push this motherfucker and let's see if there will be any issues. So let's get a browser tab in here and let's see what's going to happen. This will not work. This will work. And oh, right. So now it's pushed. Hopefully this goes well immediately, otherwise we'll have a bit of a problem. Probably should have made a branch out of this, but I'm living on the edge. Oh, I'm only thinking of this now. You know, that's the burden of not having coded for such a long time on these kind of projects. I will do better. I wrote it down for another feature that I want to work on. That I need to create a separate branch for it so it has a preview link and isn't immediately going to live. But I guess this is fine. We just updated some packages and we ran into one single problem, which was an import that changed. And don't expect that many issues to come from this. I think it will be fine. Okay, now it's creating all these static pages. It'll probably take a minute. Well. Building, deploying build outputs. Okay, everything built great. So running checks is the only thing we need to worry about right now. Checks done. And if we are done with this, we can update Sven on, hey, title was changed, and we also upgraded all the packages to make use of the latest performance gains. Oh, my back is killing me, man. Ready, set, check it out. Okay, this is going to be fast as fuck. Cool, this works. Let's fetch the DeFi. This works. Let's go to, I don't know, let's pick a random one. This one, which has some today's briefing. Okay. Today, filled with DAO board. Okay, this is actually a feature I didn't code, so I have to look into this a bit more, but it's fine. Cool. So basically you go into a category, then it will fetch the filters for that category, and then you can filter the list based on that category. I think that's right. So you can basically like, yeah, okay, fine with me. Let's check mobile for a second. So I have my phone right here, and we'll have a little look-see on I think we can do better on mobile. Let's have a look. if we decrease the font size just a teeny tiny bit, I think we can all fit it on one line. At least for iPhone. So we have size XL. What if we do like size LG? Oh. G. And then of course we have to wrap it inside this. And we have to open this in localhost and we have to start the dev server, otherwise nothing will happen. Ooh, that's way too small. But is this the step up from XL? Why the freaking difference, my man? What's the difference between LG and XL? Font size. Text size. Default theme. Did I skip over it? No, it's way down at the bottom. So if you go, that's not it, right? Like we have LG, XL. How is this so? Again, with you. So there's no font size on this, right? So font size 16 pixels. So this is base. But why are you saying 6? That will mean that it's MD. SM, MD, LG. So font size base, MD. Okay, so there seems to be a different syntax for make font size for using the objects. Here's what you need to do. Do I need to do that? So it will be like base. So instead of an array, we have like base, which will be like the objects that you can also define for a breakpoint at this object. And can we do it like LG? Do we really need? This doesn't make any freaking sense. Why? Why? Heading. What props doesn't heading have? Is it because I use these pens? I almost can't. Okay, let's just do like hello world. Okay, so this works. I am confused as fuck. To increase the size, you can use the font size or size swap. You can use, if you use the size, the font size of the heading will automatically increase in size of most screen. Why? Okay, let's not let's not be bothered about this and just go with the flow. Okay, so we'll go back to what we had and we'll just say font size and we use base. And we can just say LG. And we can do like XL. Maybe we can do like XL here. Do like 2XL here. What was the original size? 2XL. Seems about right. Okay, so we still need to use base, which is fine. We can do like a base of XL, and then like an MD of like 3XL. Well, maybe we can do it like this, and then that's fine. Wait. Then this looks fine on 12 Pro, it looks fine. This looks fine. How does it look on an iPad mini? Fine. How does it look on a Surface? Cool. Okay, now we can update GitHub. test the header. Just yeah. So it's live. Okay, cool. Okay, well, that's that. So that was issue 19, if I'm not mistaken. So then we have issue 17, which is different social images for different pages. I was not able to create different social images for each category page. Maybe we need to think about different stuff for each page. Also all the tags. Blah 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 blah. Yep. So that basically means that we need to get dynamic with the images. Maybe there's specs for the next. Yes, dynamic social images. Yada yada yada. Now we need SEO. Let me make this a little bit smaller so it's easier for me to read. No, I don't care about that. Had ik boven gedaan. No, we have this layout component. Am I missing something? This is not what I want. Okay, then we need to use Cloudinary. Let's steer clear of this issue for now, because I'm actually working on this for my own side, so I can implement it for Upperland once I've done it once before. And actually my own site is a little bit less complicated than this project, and it isn't all that urgent, because if I'm not mistaken, if you go to Upperland, what are you on about? Oop, these. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's just go to Upperland XYZ. Let's say if we do learn more, and we use social. Okay, so Web3 rabbit hole. So basically, the problem is that we. So, and if I do DeFi, and we share this image, what do we get? Upper plans. Okay. So basically we need to update the category SEO a bit, which is fine. So the first step could be, okay, small updates / note to self. Let's first push out to push updates to include the correct meta tags for each page / category. Each page category. Look into Cloudinary's dynamic images. Look into Cloudinary social template. So I've looked into this a bit. We can create. Okay, I've looked into this a bit too. I think we already improved 10x by updating to correct meta tags. Then afterwards we can by updating to the correct meta tags, and afterwards we can look into making dynamic social images with probably Cloudinary. So let's see. Oh, we don't need this. So what do we have? Pages. These are pretty much the pages. Cool. So we're doing that. Issue 20. Okay, let's see what I put down here. What time is it? I'm actually going to go off a little bit earlier today because I need to do some groceries. Otherwise, I don't have food. What did I say about 20? For external thanks. I think this is too harsh on... Okay, this is something I need to research later. I don't have time for that now because it's just too big of an issue to work on. But I'm actually quite happy with what we did today. It might not seem like a lot, but it's a start again. So let's see, what do we have here? Figma. Let's see. Maybe we can work on this issue. This probably wouldn't take me more than like, I don't know. So let's implement it that way. So let's go to tags. Components, tag. What's the difference between a tag filter and a... Okay, so basically... My man, come on. Probably have to implement something like Husky as well to get rid of all the styling issues. But hey, one thing at a time. I will just add in. Ah, come on, let's go to localhost 3000. I just want to go and fix the tags, or at least get a sense of what it will take me to update the tags to the new. So, okay, we have this. UL cannot be in the center of P. That's a good point, actually. So... did that fix the issue? Did that fix the issue? That's the question. Fix the issue. Let's just push it this way. Let's not push it right now. Let's just wait for one big deploy. And have a look at the tags. Or actually, I can push this. That's fine. Maybe I can just, next time, create a separate terminal. Push from there. So, let's see. We have a box which is in tags. So, tags. So it says if it has no redirect. Where's the no redirect coming from? Oh my god. What the hell am I looking at? So this is a listing, right? So then it has tags with no redirect. And then we have a next link, which is the tag spawn, which is JSX element, which is this, which is staff props, and it has a background. So then we say resolve color, which comes from helpers. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so this isn't code that I've worked on, but we want to move more like to these suckers. And maybe we can use the red as a sort of active state. So, tag spawn, let's say it gets a background and it gets a name. You can F off and you can just give me the name. Okay, now you should be mad because I removed all the colors from your component, so to say. Background is not defined. Oh, oopsie daisy. Doesn't matter. I'm definitely going to rewrite this. But it works, Twan. Yeah, I know. But it can be better. Okay, now we have like the deep basic bitch things. Okay, so let's first clean this up. Let's say if no redirect, return a box. return. So we're probably are just doing this, right? Why is it if no redirect? Better. You don't want to do it as a span. So what's okay? So then probably where do we have the no redirect? So we have the no redirect on the listing page, I guess. This is on a listing. This is on a listing component. Text no reader. Text no. Why is it? What am I looking at here? Oh, this is a card. So wait, let me go to Upper Blend to see what's going on here. This is never going to work. Why is it no What happens if it has no redirect? So we can remove this. If it has no redirect, we just basically say we don't render, it's just a box with a text span, which is a link with style groups. Now, why would you do that? It's always a bit strange dabbling into the mind of another dev. You know what? Let's scratch this. What's the... So we started here. So basically what this person does is if redirect is false, you render a link and you pass the href. Otherwise you do this. But if you do link as span, you can do link as span. Because if you do link as span, that isn't semantically possible. But you render it inside of this box. So why do you do this if you... So this is only like for the layout. Well, this is for linking to categories. But why would it... Can't you do something like... So basically you get the name, but you can maybe just do like t.name. And you can like place the style props on here. So what exactly did we fuck up just now? Nothing, because we moved it from there. So yeah, basically this makes more sense, and then we can even do this, I guess, and get rid of the whole box. Okay. Link as href. So then here we'll get a link. No. This is right. So here we'll get a link. Should do like this. So this is just text filter, and this still works, right? NFT collection, marketplace. Come on. Yabba dibba dabba doo. And then we can also mix and match. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. I will get to the tag filter later. So... Okay. Okay, now all these motherfuckers don't have the style prop. Which isn't all that bad, because we are passing it anyways. So we can probably do something like this, and now this has the same style as this. Okay, cool. So now we'll need to give this a background. Why is this a constant and not like in the theme? Okay, instead of trying to fix everything right now, let's just update the GitHub issue, and I'll probably have some time later down the road, later this week. I'm getting bombarded with notifications. Sprout issue 11. Improve tags. So do 1 tag filters. Unify. That's the unify. Make the if text style. Styling. So we have refactor. Clean up this. Give text the same style. Apply give text. Give text. Same default style. Same styles. Color default. Move color default to team. Okay, cool. This all seems to go quite well. So, what was Sven's feedback? First of all, I'll have the in general when you profit text with that. First, I'll update all the products, add more different text to create. Dev and above is more or less done. Let's see if we can use different. That's a lot of work and not at the bottom. Instead of many colors, why not just go for one color for the deities? Yes, exactly. So we decided upon one color. French is what's it complaining about? Okay, so that's great. Now let's just keep this open. That's done. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie dokie. So let's see. We did this. Now, which issues didn't we address? So we addressed the search. That's good. So we'll need to do 17, and we need to do 26. don't know. Let's work on this Thursday. So we are going to work on this one. We can do this in isolation because it already, if we pushed it, it already improves the SEO of the pages. So, and then we can move on to the dynamic pages. So to make it more clear for ourselves, let's say SEO meta tags, or let's just say meta tags per page. Okay, we did that. Let's see, 20. So I'm going to lay the search to the side for now because it requires some. There's first a lot of work to do before search even becomes remotely. So let's work on. Okay, so most importantly, meta text per page. Let's. Issues. Meta text per page, and this was unify filters refactor and voice styling. Okay, cool. So we did this. We went. Oh, let's also include the Figma link because always great to have some easy access. All right. So cutting the stream a little short for today because I need to get out and get myself some groceries. And if I go now instead of like an hour later, as the stream's supposed to end, I will be like in rush hour. Grocery store, and that's not something I like, and it also makes it a bit harder to get the things I want because I live in this very small Dutch village, basically hunters and gatherers now. So for now, I wish you all a very nice remainder of your day, very nice morning, afternoon or evening. Tomorrow we will probably launch my personal website, and we'll see what we will work on next. I mean, we have value base, we have liveboard, which we can work on. There are probably some other projects coming up, including a possible, I have to talk about this with the client, but a possible migration of a theme from like a page builder to like code, because there are some issues with updating the PHP version. And yeah, some exciting stuff coming up, and I'm actually setting myself up to start earning some money. So yeah, again, have a great remainder of the day, and I will see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock my time. And if you don't know how that relates to your time zone, just check the schedule down below. You'll be fine. Okay? Love you and see ya!